Hello. I'm not gonna lie to you, the start of this year has been rough. And not rough in the sense of life has been hard, but rough in the sense of I've been intending and trying to do YouTube and it just hasn't worked. And I don't know what it is in me and what is different about how I operate now versus when I was posting weekly 2 years ago. What has changed? I don't know. Honestly, I could not tell you. But welcome to today's video. I am tour guide Michaela, here to guide you through whatever is going on in this video here today. But the rough general gist of it is that we are reading the books that we already own. What you have already witnessed and what you have already seen is that I was gardening at the start of this year. I planted a garden and I planted many varieties of things which we either have gone through already or will go through in a second. I know it's in here somewhere. I just can't remember if it predates this moment right now or if it is after this moment right now, but you will find out at some point. I had in my notes very ambitiously to maybe find a creative way to make the intro work. Could not tell you what I meant by that. So this is my creative way of making the intro work is welcome to the video. Most of 2025 at this point had been reading the Realm of the Elderlings series by Robin Hobb. That is the Assassin's initial trilogy, the Live Ship Traders, the 20 Man trilogy, which I also have some footage of. Insert here, Michaela, if you feel the desire to, because I did film a whole video for that, never edited it. Then I can't remember what the Dragon series is called. And then the final trilogy that wraps it all up. 16 books. I read 16 books essentially as primary and my goal for 2025. I also spent a lot of time streaming at the end of last year and the start of this year, which is not currently still happening because also a lot of work I cannot maintain. But what you are seeing here is that I finished said 16 book series. It took me a year to read and lost all knowledge and will on how to do my life and how to exist anymore, because who was I without reading about Fitz and the Fool?
Nothing has meaning anymore.
If you haven't read the Robin Hobb series and you're up for a commitment, it's fantastic. You should do it. Just know that it will ruin you and you will be okay with that. But with that being said, I'm going to hand you back to past Michaela, who will continue you on this tour. Hello, it is 2026. How? I have kicked off the year with finishing, finally, every Robin Hobb book in this series. Finally. I thus entered the biggest book hangover of my life. To fill that empty void, I ended up listening to Emily Henry's GBBL, which was fine. But we are now stuck with the dilemma that I need to pick a new book to read. I have been reading, where is it? It better not be in the bottom. Haha! Devotions by Mary Oliver, because they're poems and I'm not a poem galley. And this was randomly selected by the wheel, I will say. It was not picked, it was randomly selected by the wheel. So we are sticking with the rules in that sense. But I've read one poem, so we're still going with that. And it just feels weird, you know, to sit down and just read poems one after another. I don't know. I like to read them every now and then when the urge so sparks me to read them. Anywho, we need a book to read. As you will have seen, I have a system for the book picking, which is the wheel, and or some other situations. But the wheel is what we are consulting today. Because in the absence of having anything to read, I have started re-listening to Fourth Wing, and I feel like that is just too unhinged to have read this book 4 times in the last 2 years. But it's a comfort read, you know? It just feels like the start of the year. I need to read Fourth Wing. So it's the start of 2026. We need to pick a book. Come consult the wheel with me. And I have a setup for this, so I'm going to use it. Okay. So this is our wheel. So this now should be every book that I have ready to read. Not the sequels, just the book that is there and ready to read, hopefully. So I guess we go. No. I am not currently in the middle of a fantasy series, which means I should and actually will probably have to read this, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, I want to read it, I want to listen to it. It's just the last time I tried, the library app wouldn't give me the right one. Anyway, let me go find it. So this is a 840-page fantasy book. Apparently we're following a boy named Pug, who is an orphaned kitchen boy with no family and no prospects, who's destined to become a master magician. Feels very Robin Hobb-esque, I will say. It probably feels unfair to read this immediately after coming out of Robin Hobb, but I will do it. This is the book that I will read. So this is the plan for this video. I'm under no delusions that I will finish this by the end of this video. So I am going to try to listen to this because I just know that my spicy brain cannot physically sit down and read a 140-page book right now that I have not read before, and I'm not into the series and I don't know what's happening. So strap in. I hope you enjoy. Hello, we're back again. Are you surprised? I'm not. I couldn't quite make this work in the editing, but essentially what you're seeing here is that I tried to film this video that you have already seen, hopefully, I think at least 3 times in the last 12 months. And I think just in this video alone, it was twice. I eventually did it. We eventually got it out there. It's out to the world. You can go and look at that if you really want to. But yeah, that was a time I just couldn't make this actually cohesive. So I'm here to tell you that this is not cohesive, but here is my experience of trying to film this video. Okay, thanks, bye. Giant pile of books. I've brought you here because I've now tried to film this video twice. Once was filmed approximately September 2025. I did try to film this again. The audio was not working and it's my own fault because I put the audio into the wrong hole. And I just don't think that I can muster the strength in me to film this for a 3rd time. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna film it for a 3rd time. Why not? We've done it. We finally filmed this video for the 3rd time. Hopefully it's the last time that I have to film this video. It is in fact the 2nd time in this video that I've tried to film this video. Maybe at some point you can help me put all of these back where they belong. I don't even know where they belong anymore. They've been here for at least 4 or 5 months now. At this point, this is where they live and where they belong, really. But we did it. We filmed a video. Huzzah! How exciting. It's been a couple of weeks. It's actually been quite a few weeks of me trying to read this book, which is not going as well as I had hoped it would. I thought I was doing so well until I actually looked at the audiobook and how much of it I had left, and I'm only this far through. Magician. So far. This is a fantasy book set in a world called Karate. We follow a boy named Pug and also a boy named Tomas. Both of them are obviously children in this keep, in this castle. Pug gets apprenticed to the magician of this court. His name is Colgan. For various different reasons, there is an invading force that no one knows who they are. They're quite alien. And so naturally, the Duke and the magician and their little party have to go and travel to figure out who the invading people are and what they want and who their allies are. First things first, I dislike political fantasy books as a blanket rule. Second, this book so far, how far through am I? Like 3rd at least, is just travel. They're just traveling. Nothing is happening. We've had like approximately 2 fight scenes in the first third of the book, which is making it very hard for me to stay focused and alert and actually enjoy the book. As a result, I did also listen to all of Mate in like the last 3 days because I just needed some dopamine for my brain because this was not it. I'm on page 269. I'm going to give this book until page probably 350 before I decide if I'm actually going to continue or not. I thought I was much further through. I thought I was stuck in the sunk cost fallacy, but I'm not. We may get DNF. My main qualm, I think at this point in time, now I have 2. First of all, I just finished The Fits and the Fool, what are they called? The Realm of the Elderlings, the Robin Hood books. I just finished that series, which was 16 books of fantasy and world building, all of which I was very invested in, and it's just like a little too similar to this one. Secondly, I'm just not attached to any of the characters. The writing is very good, like the writing is not terrible. I enjoy how Raymond E. Feist has written this. It's just there's no emotional connection to the characters, which is something that I require. And thus, we are here. I'm giving it to page 350, almost halfway, and if I'm not enjoying myself, we shall move on. Shortest review in the world for Mate. Sequel to Ali Hazelwood's Bride. I will read anything Ali Hazelwood puts out. That still maintains, though this was not my favourite. This one is just a few too many little spice things that were not my jam, so it was good. Not my fave. Would you like an update of my plants? It's been a few weeks. They're growing. Let's go see my plants. These are my plants. Look at how much they have grown. They have gone insane. Oh, there's bugs everywhere. No. These are my plants. They are doing so well, and by so well I mean that they are like kind of overgrown and I probably should prune them somehow. So in this one we have tomatoes. These are predominantly tomatoes. We have some basil buried in there that I'm actually going to prune some on the way out today to make some pesto. And I think that there is meant to be, yeah, there's like a little pepper plant, a little capsicum plant over here. It's got some little buds and stuff, but she's not doing great. She's not doing well. We have cucumbers and then more capsicums that are just not doing well because they're being suffocated by other cucumbers. Oh my god, I actually have a cucumber. What? This is a cucumber. It's a whole ass cucumber. Look at that, cool cuke. And then in this one, we have more cucumbers, more basil, more tomatoes. Again, the cucumbers are really overtaking. The craziest one is my zucchini. My zucchini is insane. We do have unfortunate ladybug damage, but I think I would prefer that to the aphid damage that we did have before the ladybug infestation. One probably led to the other in hindsight. But in amongst this zucchini, we also have this tomato plant, which surprisingly was the least healthy looking to start with and is now the tallest out of all of them. So I don't actually understand how that happened. Its leaves still don't fully form. And then over here, we have my one sweet potato plant that is the entire pot. I thought I was being excessive putting my one tiny little sweet potato plant in the middle of this pot, but it's taken all the space. It's done really well. I don't know when I should harvest that, to be honest. I should probably Google it. And then these are my carrots. I didn't expect them to come back as well as they have. I expected them to die immediately because I planted them at the wrong time of year in the middle of a heat wave, which really wasn't smart. But they're doing okay. They're doing okay. So these are my plants. Is it meant to rain? Am I about to water my plants even though it's going to rain? That'd be unfortunate. Something smells dead. What have you killed? Oh. Hello. The dogs have killed and eaten a magpie. So lame. What are these weird ants that are all over my thing? Oh, they can fly. Oh god, no. Ugh, outside. That was far too much excitement for outside for this afternoon. The puzzling addiction has also continued. I have purchased and received actually this puzzle, which I'm currently in the middle of. And by in the middle, I mean I'm nearly done. But I also did a puzzle swap with my mum. And so I have this puzzle, which is really cool. It's bigger than this. It's like got blue on the outside and everything. It's cool. So that one I will do next. And then I also picked up the super cute mushroom puzzle. How cool is it? So I'm very excited for all my puzzles. This is my evening, I've decided. What do you reckon, Patty? Is this our evening? Is this what we're doing with our time? He's scared of something. I don't know what though. So I have to leave my house in 5 minutes and I'm driving for like 2 hours today. So I'm done with the book. I'm so done. I'm so done with it. I don't want to read this book anymore. So we have to pick a new book. I don't really have time to boot up the computer to do the things. So we're just gonna pick a book and I'm gonna pick a book that I know that I can get on audiobook. Actually, let's just look at what I can get on audiobook. That might be the best way to do this. I could do One Dark Window. I do have that in my Audible and I've heard it's very good. Oh, also, I did. I downloaded Tusk Love, but I downloaded that on ebook so that I could read it electronically in the pool, but I never did that, so. Good Omens is available. Do I want to, how big is that? It wasn't small from memory. Ugh, I'm running late. I I literally have to leave in 2 minutes. Okay, the choices are Good Omens. I don't want a heavy thing. Now, we're doing One Dark Window. One Dark Window. That is what we are starting. Maybe we can finish it in this video. Who knows? I'm going to get my hair done. That's why we're leaving. So we need to do that now. We're late. Let's go get our hairs done. Hello, good morning. This entire setup is not going to last for very long because everything is running out of battery, but I'm reading the book. I don't know if you can see the book. I decided I needed to be outside to touch some grass, per se. I'm on chapter 22. I am enjoying this much more than I was enjoying Magician. Hello. Before we were so rudely interrupted, I was trying to tell you about my thoughts about One Dark Window. At the time I was going to tell you I'm really enjoying it. It was a great choice to cease reading Magician and jump instead to this. In the time of waiting for, everything to charge so that we can once again discuss, I finished the book. And I maintain my position. This is a fantasy book. It is set in a world, Blunder. The town's name is Blunder. There is a spirit who has bestowed an ancient king with cards. The cards have magic, but there is also a curse. I still remain so very unclear about a lot of the things in this book, and I'm hoping that book 2, answers some of those questions. But yeah, very good. Very, very good. Very glad I read this one. Very glad we went with that. I'm immediately going to start book 2. But I have other things that I need to do as well. So we need to start listening to book 2. The house needs attending to. I have life things to do. And I cannot, unfortunately, sit here and read all afternoon as much as I want to. So, look at her go. She's finishing books that she already owns. How amazing. 2 Twisted Crowns. This is next. I have the Spotify to listen while I do things. But further information about this will need to wait until next video, because this is where we're ending it here today. So thanks so much for coming along for this here video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're having a fantastic day or night or whatever time it is where you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.